Welcome back to one more episode of Diversilíngua. Today I'd like to summarize some of our episodes that we've already had in the recent weeks, and also I'd like to talk a little bit about my experience with those episodes, recording those episodes. And I thought about doing this in English because you guys can feel that I'm doing my best to speak in English, and also you can try to understand me while I'm speaking English. In the recent days, in the recent weeks, we had some couples of episodes, some good interviews as well. We interviewed Tetsu Young in an episode that he gives some tips for people who are raising multilingual kids, and it was an awesome episode. I could laugh a lot with Tetsu, and also he gave some good tips for those who are raising multilingual kids, and it was an opportunity as well to improve my listening skills, to understand some mistakes that I made. Yeah, another good episode that I recorded was the episode with Marta from Shh, I'm Learning. She has a podcast called Shh, I'm Learning, and she talks about how introverts can learn a different language, and could talk with her. I thought by the time of the interview that she has a good vibe, she has a good mindset, positive mindset, I must say. And it was awesome because sometimes I feel like an introvert, and she gave some feedbacks for those who are introverts and who wants to speak a different language, to improve your communication skills, even though sometimes you are afraid to talk with people because you don't have the energy to talk with them, to stay with them. And also she explained some of the difference between shyness and introversion. And yeah, you must check this episode out because it was awesome, and we had a very good conversation with Marta. Also, I recorded an episode speaking in French with Cathy Bouvet, and we talked about some tips for those who want to become fluent in French. Also, I made some mistakes in French, as always. I think that I'm not so comfortable with the language as I do with English, as I am with English, and sometimes I missed what I was trying to say. Sometimes I didn't know what word I should have used, but it was a good way to see myself in a environment in which I have to speak in French with a French speaker. And it was awesome. She gave some good tips in our cultural moment, and I hope you like this episode. Also, another great episode we had was with Orloff, in which I talked with him in Portuguese, and he talked with me with Interlíngua. What is Interlíngua, by the way? Interlíngua is a language that was created by some researchers, some experts in language, and they were trying to create a language that can somehow be a mix of some other languages like Portuguese, Spanish, French, Italian, and English. And most of the native speakers of those languages can understand someone speaking in Interlíngua, and it was awesome to talk with Orlov in Portuguese, and he could understand me, and I could understand him speaking in Interlíngua, and you can check that out in our list of episodes. You just have to search for Interlíngua, Diversilíngua, and you will find it. And also, we had some comments. One of the comments in this episode was from a man who says that he can understand Orlov, but he could not understand me because he doesn't know anything about the Portuguese language. Yeah, it was awesome to see something like this. Also, I recorded some episodes speaking with you about some tips to learn French. I think that the last episode in which I talk about my journey throughout the years to speak French. It's one of the best videos I've already recorded in terms of information, because I brought a lot of information for you guys, a lot of content, and also I provided some suggestions regarding podcasts in French, regarding material in which you can learn how to speak French. Yeah, I think it was one of the best episodes, and also if you go there and see the description of the episode, you will see a lot of links and materials that I shared, so please check that out. And also I recorded some videos in my trips, in my recent trips. Unfortunately, I didn't have the time to edit the videos and to put on our social media like Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify, but I will try to do my best to do that because it's a kind of, I think it's a little bit more complicated to edit a video about a trip in which you try to create a plan for the trip, and you mention some points of interest that people can visit. It's kind of difficult to edit a video like this. Many in my case, maybe because I'm not so used to something like this, but yeah. And I hope I can record more videos with you guys, talking about the episodes, talking about the things that I'm facing in my life. Like, for example, I'm thinking about to record an episode about talking about the life of an immigrant in a different country. In my case, I will try to talk about Portugal, but I will try to do it in English, because when you do something like this in Portuguese, sometimes you will get attention of people that only wants to complain against Brazilians, or people who wants to complain against Portugal, and that's is not the main objective of this podcast. And yeah, and I hope I can record more videos like this with you. And don't forget to leave us a comment, a thumbs up, and you can also help us rating our show on Spotify. Okay, see you in the next time. Bye bye.